Okay, so today we're gonna be introducing our dogs to the A-frame. This is a very simple exercise. Now, the dogs have to touch the contact point on the way down if you were to compete, unless AKC has changed the rules. They don't have to touch it in the front. Again, check the rules before you compete in any sport. But I always like to teach the dogs that they have to touch both contact points, right? Just in case they do change the rules. So your dog is established, they know they have to touch the contact points. These are the contact points, the yellow, meaning when your dog goes on it, in order to get off, because what a lot of dogs want to do is they want to start going down, they want to jump off. So a good way to teach the dogs to make sure they hit the contact points would be what? Any ideas?
Walk them up leash.
You can walk them up and down with the lure, you can walk them up and down with the leash. Another technique, and this is something that I actually have done with clients' dogs in the past inside the house. This is what's cool about learning all kinds of different things within the dog training world, is you can find ways to transfer it over into normal day-to-day routine or life. So I've had clients that have wood stairs and their dogs go cruising down it 100 miles an hour, falling, getting injured, and they want their dogs to go down slowly. So what I have them do is I have them put a piece of food on each step for a while. So then the dog starts to learn there might be random treats on these stairs, so it's worth going slow. And then you just randomize it just like you would with anything else, and then the dog builds the habit. Once the habit is established, we don't have to worry about it anymore. But what I like to do is I like to place food throughout the agility, and then I'll show the dog. So I'll place it all the way up, and I'll get some going down on the other side. We want to make sure that we're putting them on the yellow contact points. Now, when you first do this, your dog's not going to know that the food is there. So we have to show them, just like when we teach the dog the send out. So I'm going to demonstrate with Ari. Ari, come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lure her over, and I'm going to point to each one. I'm just going to show her right here on the thing. Okay, so she smells it in my hand. All right, now I'm gonna pick it up. There we go. Right here, Ari. Very good. Very nice. Right here. Good girl. Very good. Come on. Right here. Excellent. Nice work, Ari. Come on. Good girl. Very nice. As they get better, then you can start spacing out the rewards. So I could do it again with Ari. Or I could do just what you guys suggested and do the lure. Ari. Good girl. Very nice. Excellent. Good. And we're staying nice and close in the beginning so our dogs don't fall. Making sure they touch the contact points on their way down. Pretty simple, right? Do we have any questions?
It's just going to be the process. So if we have a timid dog that might not necessarily want to go up, I'm assuming, even touching it, we start with baby steps. But then at what point, once they're up the ramp, if they get scared, like, do we just commit and help them through it? Or is it okay to jump off at some point?
That's a really good question. And this is going to be when we look at many things within the dog training world, we adjust according to the dog that we're working with. But dogs that I've worked with in the past that had issues with the A-frame, we could reward them for maybe placing a paw on it, as you were saying. Another thing that we can do is we can pick the dog up if they're small enough and place them on the A-frame and then have them go off. So I might place a puppy right here, have the puppy walk off. Place the puppy here, have the puppy walk off. Coming down it is often going to be much easier than going up. But once they realize they're able to do it, then we can start building on that. But usually introducing a dog that's a little bit more timid that way, I've seen success with. Or just as you said, lure them once they place their paw, mark and reward, because we know success builds success within our dog training. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
And we're going to see how every dog does once we get them going up on the A-frame. So you guys, if you want, just get in a line and start working with your dogs. You can go either way, but once you have them go up, go round back to the same starting point. So we always want them to go up and down the same direction. Even though I had Ari go both ways for the demonstration, you want them to get used to going up it and then not going back. Why would that be important? So they don't go back. Yeah, because once they accomplish an obstacle in agility, you don't want them turning back around and doing it again because they had fun going up the A-frame. You're not going to do very well if that's the case. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's only going to be slow like this in the beginning. Once the dogs understand it and they can add a little bit of speed to it, it becomes much easier for them to overcome. Very nice. We hear him praising him, encouraging him the whole way, rewarding him. We're doing that continual reinforcement in the beginning. Just like everything, we space out the rewards as the dog understands what we're asking them to do. We want to build a strong positive association to the obstacle, so plenty of treats in the beginning is going to be perfectly fine. And then big praise at the end. Nicely done. So yeah, we don't want them getting the habit of jumping. We want them to run on it so they don't end up skipping any of the contact points. Yay, big praise. Nicely done. See, once they start to figure it out, agility is one of those things that dogs usually enjoy. Make sure he doesn't bite the mic.
Dog.
There we go. Very nice. So him, you're going to want to slow him down coming down. Very nice, excellent. But we don't want to increase speed on an exercise like this until the dog's doing it the right way. And when they build up the habit, even if it's super slow, the dog enjoys it, adding speed later is not a problem. But fixing issues of the dog jumping or skipping the contact points becomes much more difficult. So like James's dog is already super excited, he's already really enjoying this. So instead of increasing his speed, he needs to slow him down to match or to get that precision that we need for this exercise.
So just the 3 in the beginning, 3 in the last?
I'm pretty certain that the A-frame, they only have to touch the contact points on the end. But when I teach it, I always teach the dogs to touch both. Just in case they change the rules and they say, guess what, your dog has to touch the contact points on both sides, you're already ready for it. Very nice, beautiful. Now lure.
Feeling my language.
Very good, much better, that was nice. See, he's getting used to it now too. Getting a dog to do agility usually is pretty easy. Getting them to do it very well and fast is incredibly difficult.
He doesn't even care about the reinforcement. He's just like, let's go and come down.
Yeah, the obstacle itself is fun. Very nice, much better. See, yep, they're all like, they know what to do now. They just want to get over it. And you can let them go up quickly, but make them slow down coming down, because that's usually when they don't touch the contact points.
Okay. That's a new sport. Come on. Come on.
Excellent. Yeah, see, he's getting excited too about it. Now he's starting to jump on it. We can see the evolution, how fast they learn and how quickly they end up enjoying it. We saw them all a little hesitant at first.
Okay, let's go.
Very good.
Good dog. Good boy. Are you tired? Are you tired, little buddy?
Very nice. Much better. Much better.
Good boy, Chapo.
I think we're done. I think my dog is hella tired.
Very good. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you tag me at Nate Schomer so I can see your training videos that you're doing with your dogs at home. Thanks again.